Hello, hello, hello. I hope this is not an obnoxious setup. Hi, everyone. How are you? The holidays have happened. We have survived somehow, some way, some form. It has happened. I am trying to set things up right now because I'm confused. Oops. I think this one. Forgive me. I'm trying to do this without wearing my glasses. I should be wearing my glasses, but I'm not. Um, Mainly because once I wear my glasses, I can't do it for up close. I need them for distance. So I can see pretty okay. So I got a few new things. Black Friday holiday shopping was fun. Thanksgiving was well. The turkey was fried, cooked, and well. Nothing bad happened with it. We didn't have any catastrophes. It functioned perfectly fine. I'm like, just the arm I need to loosen. Ah, there we go. So, yeah, it all worked out, thankfully. We had no turkey catastrophes. I'm happy. My mic is very loose on this thing. Ah, let's see. So, yeah, no turkey catastrophes. The turkey came out wonderful. It was nice and moist, and I know that word is controversial for some people. I had a friend in high school who hated the word moist. So, Turkey Day happened. I bought a mic stand and a new tripod that I could do a top down view because I feel that would be better for when I'm hand sewing, and then I can rotate it to show the machine with better ease. I need to get I need to figure out electrical situations because powering this whole rig is not easy. I only have but so many outlets. So we have Niffty. We're gonna work on the eye today because as part of all the Black Friday shopping, I also bought a mat. It's a 24 by 36-inch mat. So it's a pretty hefty size mat, which is nice because it covers a lot of the surface area of my table. So when I cut or need to use a rotary cutter, I have my new mat. I bought some interfacing and a few other things. My dress form should be coming in sometime today, which I'm happy about because what people don't know is this dress form's broken. It doesn't fit my body. And I got one that's a little bit more attuned to my measurements than this one. This is very padded. I mean, in some of the streams you probably saw, I had like a bra on it just to give it the shape it needed to be. This is for someone very thin. I am not thin anymore. I was. I still am thin, but I was thinner when I was younger. So this dress form, I want to say, is about 12 years old at this point. 14. It's old. So, um, I have. I need to cut this later. Because I want to use a soldering iron to shrink it because it's a very hard plastic, and using like a regular knife or something won't work, but a soldering iron might, and I need to do that in my garage. I'll probably do it on my back porch because I will have good ventilation there. But I need to what do you call it? Prime my foam pieces for her eye, the shape of her eye. I need to prime them. And I bought underneath this mess, which I'm going to start pulling out, I got it's furry material. It's people who make fursuits use this. It's basically the eye mesh, so you can see outside, but it really keeps it nice and opaque. I'm going to paint it. the eye dimensions of Niffty. I have paints in here. Hopefully I have the colors I need. If not, I guess we're going to be mixing and matching. I should have gotten a paper plate. Wait, do I have? I think I have plates in here. I might. I have a lot of supplies in here because it's a crafting space and you always need something. I'm also going to put my bad mat on this that's like all messed up so I don't ruin this one. This is like my brand new mat that I probably will keep on the table when I'm sewing, but not for something like this. Hope everyone had a lovely weekend. I'm very tired lately. I think it's because I'm not used to the extreme cold that has come into our area recently. It's been very cold. Very, very cold. Now I know I have red paint. I bought red paint specifically for Vaggy's eye. So, hope it's not in the other room. It might be in the other room. I do have Lumiere paint. Use very expensive, like, leather dyeing paint for an eye because that's all I have in the box at the moment. I have white. A lot of these are very old paint. I don't tend to buy paint very frequently. I used to have like loads and loads of paint, but those days have long since passed. The need for excessive paints. I'm gonna look in my bins and see what else I might have. Also, I should also grab the Mod Podge. Let's flip. Hello. I was 100% certain my Mod Podge was in this room. Where is everything? Everything is just vanished. I'll be right back. It lied to me. Well, it didn't lie. My Mod Podge and my Liquitex, my Gusso, were in the garage. I have most of my armor making supplies in the garage, and I forgot about that. My bad. I also found paper plates. I knew I had paper plates. Before moving in here, we were in a hotel for a month, and paper plates were our friend. So I'm back, and now I can actually prime my eyepieces, and we'll worry about these another day. I just need the dimension so I can cut out my circle from my, what is it called again? It's that netting they use in fursuits for the eyes, so you can see out of them without it showing your face. Like I said, eventually I'm going to do the... Hey there! Hey, Trezzy B, how are you? I'm all over the place. I hope you're doing better. Thank you for popping in and saying hi. It's always nice to see a friendly face. Okay. I want to crochet. This mat is gross and disgusting. Because this is the mat I use to do, what is it? Wig styling. So I use it as a way to easily glue wefts. Oh, you're binging Haikyuu? Oh my gosh, I miss Haikyuu. I binged Haikyuu not too long ago. I missed that show. I know I went to the movies and saw the dumpster battle. Oh my gosh. I saw them and I was like, I miss them so much. This mat is like horrible. I was working on Vaggie on this mat and it's like just covered in gunk. It's disturbing right now. Okay. Let's get some gusso on these eyepieces. I'm gonna do the... So basically I did 4 pieces because I want to layer up on them. So I'm just gonna... I really should have already glued them together, which actually I might do that. I'm gonna just put them with some tacky glue and put some heavy weight on it and just let them sit there for a little while I work on painting the eye, and then I will gusso them. Yeah, it is a good excuse to rewatch, not gonna lie. I'm gonna glue these puppies together. This one here had an unfortunate accident when I was pulling it off my Cricut mat. It kind of cracked. It broke, but it's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, come on, open. Aha. I knew something was holding it in. I'm excited too. Thank you. Yeah, it's been a labor of love, this girl. But I've kind of just dedicated stream time to her, so I'm not even mad that it's taking this long. Because I'm only really working on her when I'm on stream and no other time. So it works out well. Like, hold on. Ah, there we go. Now I don't have to lean so much into the table. It's gonna be more annoying than if I just take a brush and just brush it on. I'm trying to decide, and I'm probably gonna go. There's a convention local to me this weekend, and it's a pretty big deal. I think it's like the local con that happens here in town. So I might swing by Saturday. I had no intention on going. I had intentions on going originally, and then family stuff came up that was gonna prevent me from going, and now that got derailed. And now I am home. I was supposed to be, wasn't even supposed to be on today. I was supposed to be like on vacation mode, but since I had to cancel my travel plans, I am here. So I figured I might as well keep working on this. And I'm currently dealing with glue being a butthead. I could use contact cement, but I'm not doing that in my house. I have contact cement. It's out in the garage with the rest of my equipment, but I'm not in the garage, so I'm not doing that. So we're just gonna use some tacky glue, which will hold. I just need to let it like sit and dry totally. This tacky glue is not toxic, so we will be safe. I want something heavy. I know I have heavy stuff in this room. We'll let that sit there and put these two pieces together. I don't have thicker foam. I have thicker foam, but I was trying to use up my lightweight foam, so I'm just gonna do that. So I have foam on here from like craft batting, not foam. I have craft batting on here. I really should like try to clean this mat up with like a scraper or something. And then I gotta put it like under a bed or something to make sure it stays flat. Put the weight of my fandom on it. Yeah. my heavy fandoms. Wow, I think the heat kicked on and I'm getting warm again. The weight of my fandoms. Oh my gosh. My fandoms are heavy ones too. People don't want my fandoms. I've slowly realized how intolerant I've grown throughout the years. Like in the past, I was way more like, I wanna, you know, be all kumbaya and stuff, and now I'm like, I don't care. Why is everyone so crazy? I'm moving on with life. I will say I was laughing hysterically at my Spotify rap list. Oh no, I did not put it on the right side. My bad. My Spotify rap list was hysterical. I am surprised that Hazbin did not a single Hazbin song was like in my top. I was very surprised about that. Yeah, I am tired. I'm tired of everybody. And I think it's like, and not that everyone needs children to get this perspective, but I feel like once you have a child, the tolerance you have changes drastically. I feel like it's anyone who deals with younger people, they realize, wow, this is really like a younger person thing. Why are adults acting like children? Yeah, you're right. Now that got put together, I'm going to get my paint. Now, this is funny. I literally have no yellow paint for her. I have gold. So I guess she's gonna have a gold eye? Maybe? Perhaps. Yeah, about cleaning. Yeah, she's got that gold standard, you know. Okay, so this is the mesh thing I bought. Again, it's like for fursuits, so I can see out of it, but it will look more opaque. I'm gonna down a little bit. So I found my red that I had bought a while ago. I had bought red paint, um, very cheap red acrylic paint to just paint baggies X, but that didn't happen too much. So I still need to work on that. That's gonna happen soon. Okay, let's get the dimensions.
It's an eye! An eye, I say!
Okay. Let's trace this out. I'll use yellow for it. Might be easier. Here we go. Okay. Now, what color? I have color. There she is. Okay, so I need to do the black, the red, and everything. Okay, let's see. My fave animes for this season. I'm really not watching a lot this season. I was watching a few from last season. We just finished watching Ramen Akaneko, which actually has Suda Kenjiro, Nanami's voice from Jujutsu Kaisen, his voice actor. He is voicing an orange tabby who makes ramen at a cat shop at a ramen shop that is run by cats. It was super cute, and it was very funny hearing his voice in a cat. And it was still like that very like masculine, very deep. Oh, ramen. I was like, oh, bonzo. I was like, bonzo desk. I was like, dear Lord. And then it was funny, like if the cat ever got angry, like it would like he would do the whole like when the cat's fur stands on edge, and he'd have like the mean face. It was really funny. It was super cute. I have been watching Don Danon, and I have been enjoying it. I think I'm up to episode 7 currently. I'm not completely up to date with Don Danon, but I have been enjoying it. It most definitely is furikuri for this generation. Absolutely is. Let's cut this a little bit bigger. And the other one I think we started watching was 365 Days to Marriage. It's a workplace romance. It's really cute. I could imagine. Yeah. Donza is like one of those, like, you need to like that zaniness to watch it. Like, my husband doesn't like zaniness like that, so he saw the first episode and he was like, good luck with that, honey. I was like, I will. I will have good luck with that. I like this. I think this might be dead. Might be dead. I don't know. I'm doing this painting before I do my nails. Oh, it's not so bad. It was worse. the thing with Furikuri that what Dandanan does better than Furikuri is the narrative is way more simplistic. So almost anyone can follow it and understand what's happening. In Furikuri, you actually had to like think a lot more about what was happening. You weren't gonna get it just by watching it. You had to sit there. Like, I think it's funny because I think my son would actually like it because he went through a whole Furikuri phase. He really liked it. I think he liked how wacky it was. So I think if he were to watch Dandanon, he would feel the same exact way. I like 365 Days to Marriage. I think it's a really nice josei. I really enjoy it in the sense that I like how the characters aren't like, you can tell they have like some form of like neurodivergence without it being explicit. Like, they are not of the atypical mindset at all. I'm going to do everything in red. Well, not everything. Most of it in red. I'm a fool. I'm doing this wrong. I messed up. Pause. I know I have circles. I have circles. Turn that off. Don't want to get burned. I don't think these are going to be big enough, but it'll give me a guideline for where I need to go. Because I want to do most of it in red. Hold on. I gotta look at more references of her. Yeah, Danzanon is one of those that, like, I'll be honest, it's Furikuri for this generation. Media literacy is not their strong suit, so it needs to be basically spelled out for them, and it helps. I also think, what was the other one that's actually kind of, I actually was reading, I saw somewhere that, the mangaka from Danzanon read a bunch of romance light novels, manga, everything, so he could understand how to write a more realistic romance between two characters. And I think that it shows that he has a deeper awareness of how that works. Because I think their dynamic is super cute. So, but yeah, those are like the only ones I've really been watching. I mean, we watch our fan favorite in the household, which is Ari Fuyuta, from Commonplace to World's Greatest. And it is your typical, it is your isekai harem anime, but we just love the main character Hajime and how morally gray he is, and I think that's what we enjoy the most, his morally gray nature, because he will kill people without a second thought, without any remorse. He kills people because they're bad and they need to die. So. Oh wow, that's actually kind of cool. Yeah, I don't know where they're getting people anymore. Like, it's clear they're getting people from like all different walks of life. I could freehand this, but I suck at drawing. I say that as people are like, "You're not so bad," and I'm like, "I'm terrible." I am going to do. I kind of want it to just go here. I'll just do. Might have to use like actual like marker for the black or get black paint later because right now I don't have any black paint in the house. Yeah, I suffer very bad imposter syndrome. I literally sit here half the time. I'm like, I can't do that. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not capable.
I really just want to shape. I want to know where not to paint red. That's what I'm looking for. Hopefully figuring out I'm doing this the right way. So what else are you watching aside from Dandanon? Any other ones for me to keep an eye out on? Because honestly, I was not vibing with this season. Next season I will be fed. I'm very happy with next season. I actually like using this color. Let's see what we can do. It would be cool if I can get Niffty done for this convention, but I'm probably not pushing it, so it'll be fine. I had wanted to watch that. How I've been hearing good things about the Ramna. I can't talk today. Ramna's reboot. I heard very good things about it. I came out very thick there. Not gonna worry too much about the line because if I need to, like, I'm gonna be blending it in anyway, so it's not like such a sharp contrast into the red. Like red, yellow. Like no, it's gonna have more of an orange vibe, which is cool for me. For a goldish tone. Oh, cool. Like, I'm not gonna lie, one that I really wanted to watch but wasn't because, you know, morality I really wanted to watch the Kenshin reboot because I love Rurouni Kenshin years ago. And I'm so mad. Because it would have been so cool to watch it in the new animation. Okay. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the shows this season, I feel like they overloaded so much in the earlier part of this year. They didn't have that much to give the rest of this year. Yeah, I was like one of those, oh man, I really like Rurouni Kenshin, but why? Why did this happen? So upsetting. So upsetting. I'm making blops everywhere. So. Especially I think is it this season they're doing the Kyoto arc, and I love the Kyoto arc. Oh my god, that was so good. I remember I tried collecting the DVDs, but I like kept missing out on certain. Back in the day, I was trying to collect the DVDs, and I missed out on like a whole season, and I kind of just gave up. And I think I resold them somewhere, and moved on with life. So I actually don't have any. I only have a CD of Rurouni Kenshin from like the theme song or something like that from back in the day. Ancient times. Oh my gosh, you have a VHS that you can't do it. Yeah. No, I think I wound up reselling them before everything came out, so like it was easy. Oh, I should drink water. Ah, this is why I have my timer telling me these things. So, I am slowly trying to paint this eye. I am using what is it called again? I'm gonna have to look on my Amazon because I don't even remember what I bought. It's essentially the fabric they use for the eyes in fursuits, so you can easily see through it. Another Niffty cosplayer. They call it eye mesh. But that's not what it was. I think it was like water resistant mesh or something I bought. But another Niffty cosplayer used it. And I was like, oh, that sounds really cool. I'm going to try that. So here we are. Since it is porous, you kind of have to keep painting over it. I'm gonna let this area dry out. And I'm gonna clean off the edges a little bit. Let me get a smaller brush. Yeah, no, next season I'm excited. I mean, next season we have My Happy Marriage, Apothecary Diaries. I need to finish Unnamed Memory. I really thought it was cool. I got halfway through and I need to finish it because season 2 is happening next year. I didn't get to watch Solo Leveling. I know I'm gonna have to like sit down and just watch it. Again, the problem is I tend to watch anime a lot with my husband during dinner. And Solo Leveling is not dinner material. Like we tend to have a like, strong constitution in this house. What I did like about Unnamed Memory and what I saw was I did like the world building. I liked not so much their dynamic. Their dynamic was a little weird, but I liked the world building, and the mystery behind what was happening. I kind of have a feeling I know what it is, but until I finish, I'm not going to know for certain. Sometimes I watch certain animes just to see how they handle politics, world building, not so much characterization, because it's more study material for me for when I employ my own writing. So I can see things I like and try to replicate it. So I thought the world was cool. I liked how they made like the arranged marriage thing like not be so harsh. Like they handled it in a way that was a little bit more nuanced. It was more nuanced, so it didn't feel like, even though like she kind of didn't have a say, she still did have a say. It kind of worked out that it wasn't like he was completely oppressing her, which that's the other thing. Like I enjoyed the first season of Shield Hero, but I never truly vibed with how they handled the whole thing with Raftalia and, oh my god, I forgot his name. The Shield Hero, whatever his name. I know it's something with an N. That's all I remember. I never watched I think I saw no, I didn't watch the second season. I think I tried to start watching the second season and I was lost. I forgot everything about Shield Hero. What happened in the first one? All I know was I wanted to cosplay the bird. Not the one he traveled with, but the other one, Philagoria, one of them, the one that's like the queen of them. Because I thought the costume would be cool to make, but I never got there. Yeah, but I tend to like things with like fantasy elements, so I try to see what's going on with the fantasy elements. One that I did want to watch that I heard got really weird was Kingdoms of Ruin. I heard that one took a really bad turn, and I was like, I don't know if I want to watch that one now. I only saw like the first episode, and I was like, oh, this is kind of interesting, but weird because it's magic, but not, and I don't know what to think about it. Okay, we're gonna start adding some yellows, I think. Yeah, I think I know I watched the first season, like the first, I think it was a concurrent core, the first 24 episodes, but when they did like the break and started it up again, I remember watching the first episode and I was like, who's that? What's going on? I'm confused. So the moment I walked into it and was like, wait, I don't remember what's happening, I was like, something's wrong here. Which is funny because people have said if you did like Shield Hero, watching um Ari Fruta is like a better version of Shield Hero, because they both have like that morally gray standard. The two main characters, like they're both like, I'm going to do this, but Naofumi, that's his name. It like just dropped into my brain. My brain was like, oh, Naofumi, that was his name. Naofumi gets a little too involved. And he gets way too involved in the politics of everything, and that's not good. Whereas Hajime from Arifureta is like, I really don't care. I really just want to get home. And his whole thing really is, I am going to get home now. And he doesn't care about anything else. I'm sorry. I'm trying to fix something here. Because it's driving me nuts. I think it's this. Yes, this is it. Okay. That should be helpful. Yeah, it's a lot better. More recently, I only pick up anime. I've read the manga. Everything else is just catch the trailer and see if I like it. Okay. Yeah, it's weird because I tend not to read a lot of manga. I probably could, but I tend to try to read more novels. So, again, it's more for me, my own personal study, trying to get into writing, I should be reading novels. So, I read novels and I just watch anime. So, I have a very small reference point of things. I wish I could read more manga. I think like the only one I've really have kept up with is Made in Abyss. Mainly because I just don't want to have to wait to see what happens next. Because even though it's very obvious what the ending is going to be tragic, I still want to see it. I still want to know what happens. And I feel like I'm always waiting for it. And I'm just like, this show comes out like every 5 years. So, although I will admit, I do enjoy how they edited out his weird nonsense with the children in the anime, that it's in the manga and they may glaze over it because it's not really important, but it's very they handle it very well. They handle his odd peculiarities very well in the anime version. So if you watch the anime version, you don't get to see the weird, like I said, peculiarities, his oddities about the kids and how he draws them. It's very, very draining. I agree with that. And I think what I really like is there is a very nice balance of like epic world building on a very large scale. Like we haven't seen storytelling like that in anime for a very long time. Normally, like people just throw out a little, what is it? They'll put out a world and it's not as in depth as how he has created that world. And it's like no wonder he takes forever to write it because this is just so expansive. And then not only that, but like the storytelling with the kids, and I truly love and hate how it's told through a child's point of view, but that's what gives it the emotional gut punch, because you're like, you want to root for them, you want them to succeed, but at the same time you're like, success is ominous in this tale. Like you don't want them to succeed, but you do. Because what happens at the end? But yeah, but like most like most Japanese men, the mangaka is kind of odd with the way he draws the children. It is a little suggestive, it's a little strange. But the anime handles that well. Like the anime doesn't really include that. And I appreciate them for that because it really just keeps at the heart of the story. Not so much like his weird chapter covers, like his weird special chapter moments. Okay, let's just let that chill out for a little bit. How are you doing, my friend? Oh, you feel pretty solid. Maybe I can put Gusso on you now while I wait for this to dry a little bit because this is gonna take a moment. I'm gonna use the lid. I don't know. It's really weird. I don't get it. I can't even begin to understand where it comes from. Like, I don't get it. And it's not like that they don't have kids. Like, a lot of them do, which is the other weird part about it. Because you're just like, don't you have a child? Okay. I'm gonna use my gutso and start covering up these eyes while I wait for this to dry a little. I have like my little paint palette here. I am gonna have to buy black paint because I don't have black paint to cover this. All I have is transparent airbrush paint. I only have airbrush paint, so no, I'm not airbrushing this, so no. Really, I really want to watch that one. But I literally, because I saw that opening sequence and I was just like, this looks interesting, but I'm concerned. I have, oh no, I'm in confusion. Although it is kind of interesting how many villainess. Okay, like that's the thing. Like I feel like some of the ones they are doing is just because it's a trend. Like everyone's watching villainess animes at the moment. So like apparently that's like we have to make every villainess anime into something. We have to like do every villainess anime into every manga into an anime because villainess is a trend at the moment. I know one of the past seasons, it wasn't last season because last season we were in the middle of the move. Um, we didn't get to watch too much, but I remember we watched I'm a Villainess at level 999. And I'm the secret boss, and we literally watched it because it was just outrageously funny. It was just outlandish, and that's why we watched it. It was just like, what else? What? How are they gonna outdo themselves in this time? Because I feel like some of them started getting too formulaic, and that was why people were not like digging them as much. I am trying to put gusso on my foam pieces for my eye so I can put a nice coat of black lacquer on them while I wait for my eye to dry so I can put more paint on it. And we're chatting about anime because that's what I do. I chat about anime. Animes. The one I didn't get to finish watching that I thought looked really good was the 7 time loop one. That one just looked really good. I was like, this is cool. I need to finish that one. Like there's a bunch of them that I started watching and I just didn't finish. because I would find myself only watching anime in the evening with my husband at dinner, and then after that, I didn't watch anime anymore. And we tend to watch like a lot of comedy, funny things, a few actions, but not too many. He's a rom-com guy, like food stuff and all that thing and all that jazz. Where I'm not. I like my drama and my intrigue and all that fun stuff. So it's very hard to find something we'll both watch with ease. So. And then I get busy and I don't watch anything during the daytime when I can. I was watching Dandanon yesterday though when I was eating lunch because I was like, I want to watch Dandanon. So that's what I did. I think I'm going to add more red at the moment. No, I haven't. I've seen previews for that one. That's the gold one. And that's the red one. The red one. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, he's like he's very interesting. Like he'll watch some things and really like them, and then other things it's just like you would think he likes, he doesn't. Um, it's funny because my son and I watch Toonami. Like that's like a every Saturday night we stay up late, we watch Toonami. And so we have been watching Toonami, and they actually have been showing Mashal, Magic and Muscles of Magic, or Magic and Muscles, however it goes. And my husband had seen that on his own. He didn't watch it with me because he didn't think I'd like it. And I'm like, how did you not think I wouldn't like this? I'm like, I am all for himbo energy. I love himbos. They're the best. Why did you not let me watch this with you? Um, but it's fine because I'm watching it with my kid, and him and I on Saturday nights are laughing hysterically at Mash, and just like, what is wrong with this man? Like, literally. I literally was like, why would you not think I'd like a himbo? I love them. Himbos are the best. One of the stories I'm writing, I have like a lovable himbo. They are wonderful people to have in your life. It's interesting. I will admit, it's really interesting. He has been. I mean, like obviously he watched like his gateway was Dragon Ball. Like that's very common. He it now that like Toonami is doing like the rewind, he actually is sitting and watching Sailor Moon and stuff like that. And it's funny because it's like he knows like Sailor Moon was a thing when I was growing up, and so he's always like, "Ooh, Sailor Moon," and he's always making me like watch it and stuff like that. He secretly acts like he doesn't like Sailor Moon, but I know he does. He likes the cute girls, like he does. Like there are animes that he's watching, and I'm like, "You like the cute girls, like you just do. You like the cute girls. Nothing wrong with that." I think the funniest one is he's been watching, and I don't know why this even became a thing for him. He's watching Evangelion. And I mean, he's like 15, so it's like not that big of a deal. But I'm just like, why Evangelion of all things? He loves it. He loves Evangelion. And I'm just like, you're not gonna get the ending, man. You're
You're really not gonna get what happens at the end, but whatever. It'll be fine. You'll survive. We all did.
I want to make the red around the outside very red. So I'm laughing. I could be using the cheap acrylic paint. No, I'm using expensive Lumiere paint. Mainly because it's old. And I probably shouldn't use it at this point. I probably should get rid of this Lumiere paint. It's so old. And it doesn't, and it has a little like shine to it, a shimmer, so it gives it a nice extra texture that isn't very flat. So yay to make it look more eye-like. I think the most exciting thing about this outfit is I don't have to do eye makeup. Literally, I just have to make sure I paint from like the tip of my nose down my neck. Make sure I paint that all in white. Do like the little red apple cheeks. And I have to do them pretty low because my eye is going to cover. So I have to do them really like on like the hollow of my cheek. And then do my black liner and then like extend my smile. And I don't have to worry about like the rest of it. So as long as I have like enough of my white foundation that's up here so it doesn't show in case like the eye moves, and like obviously have it on my forehead, like I don't have to do my eyes. And I think that is so fun. That in itself is just divine. I don't have to do eye makeup. Which is also the appeal for Vaggie. I only have to do one eye, not two. So if my wing eyeliner comes out really hot on one side, I don't have to worry about making sure it matches on the other. I just put my eye patch on and call it a day. Yeah, but I think KatsuCon is going to be like Hazbin Con. Hazbin Con. Kind of wondering if I should just paint the back. Should have done that first. And I just realized I put a blob of red paint right there. No. It's okay. Cleaned it up. But a girl who gets a gym membership to lose weight meets an overly enthusiastic girl that loves muscles. The gym rep that helps them train. That's funny. Yes, eye makeup is terrible. Like I'm not like a fan. I don't like doing my eye makeup. So I cleaned off the red. I have like paint all over my hands right now. This is fun. Again, this is why I'm happy I didn't do my nails today. Ribs closed because he gets so buff but looks like an average Joe. But the show literally teaches you how to do exercises. Oh, wow. That's cute, actually. I went back to look. It's okay.
Trust me, sometimes I write hieroglyphics.
When I text people, I'm like, what did I just write? I don't know what that was. I have to wait for things to dry right now, so I'm just gonna give it a minute, let it dry before I move on. Yeah, now I'm just like, my hands are all covered in paint.
I'll survive. I'll live.
It'll be fine. It's fine. We're all good in the hood here. I do that a lot. My husband always looks at me and he's just like, you just stop talking. Like, I will start a sentence, I'll start talking, and then suddenly just stop. And he's like, so I'm like, what? He's like, you didn't finish your sentence? And I'm like, I didn't? What do you mean? And I must have finished it in my head, not actually to him, but I finished it somewhere. Just not in the conscious. I was like, what did I do? I don't know. You know, it was in my subconscious, not in the actual conscious reality that we come for. Like, trying to make sure it doesn't.
Like, painting on mesh is not fun. Let's try to dry this out a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm gonna paint in here and see if that helps a little. I don't know. I can still see, so
That's a
bonus. That's a bonus action right there. Okay. So, no. Use this one. Like, honestly, seeing all this
red. I'm laughing because
I've been playing D&D with some friends, and the ongoing gag with the our adventuring group is they always show up to places covered in like blood and gore because they're always battling and always come back looking rough. And I'm like, oh, so does my table right now. My table looks kind of rough, so I'm just on brand for the campaign. Oh man. Oh yeah, it's interesting. Like I've never role played or played D&D ever. This is my first go around. It's people are very kind, very helpful, and it's just been a very lovely experience. I'm still getting into it and like feeling my own and how I do it. It's a nice way to like continue practicing storytelling while doing something different in a different medium. So I'm all for learning. Although it's funny because like most of the people I'm playing with, they all have like
some form of like spell casting abilities, and I'm a monk, so basically every time it's like I punch, I hit things, and everyone's like, I'm going to heal people, I'm going to do an eldritch blast, I'm going to do all these things, and I'm like, I punch things. We don't have any flash here. We just get it done. So that's been the thing. Like, I'm getting messages. Who's messaging me? Is it my husband again? I think it is. Yes, it's my husband. Oh. We speak in the language of reels. Like, all language of reels. Huh.
interesting. My dress
Form hasn't arrived yet. Yeah, literally, it's like,
okay, what's your move?
flurry of blows again. Flurry of blows again. Like, that's all I do.
It's kind of funny. So I try to like add flourishes, like, you know, she like 1-2 punch, you know, some of that. No, half the time what I'm doing, I'm like, just punch. She needs to hit things.
And technically, if I wanted to, I could get my staff. I have a staff. I can twirl the staff and smack people with it. But I've just been punching.
It's safe.
I've grown accustomed to just punching.
Punch, punch, punch. So. I'm like just pressing the paint a little bit more into this just to like
Smooth it out.
I will be 100% honest. I'm like over this
Costume, but I am like, I see the light. I see the ending.
I must continue. I must persevere. It will end, I promise.
I actually like the way the eye is looking out. Like, I like how it swirls. Like, it has
The swirling effect. I'm kind of liking that. No, stop getting into the red paint, bum. Why are you so difficult? Still getting like so many notifications about like Black Friday deals and blah blah blah. Cyber Monday. I actually
did Cyber Monday shopping.
I bought wigs from Arda,
Which is wild
because I looked at my account and the last time I purchased wigs from Arda was November, or was it February?
November or December of 2019.
And that was the year I was prepping for Katsu.
Like, my last KatsuCon,
I was buying wigs for that last KatsuCon I went to in 2020. I haven't been to KatsuCon since.
so I'm excited to go back
this year. I'm very excited to go back to KatsuCon. Not in this year, next year in 25. It's been a while since I've been to KatsuCon, so
that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I mean, most of the wigs I have, I mean, I did take a break from cosplay. In 2020, the pandemic hit me really hard. I tried to sell, couldn't get anything done. 2021, I got married, moved to North Carolina, finished my, last year of teaching. My son finished 5th grade. A lot happened that year. And then we came back home. We were living in North Carolina. I kind of didn't even bother doing any cosplay that year.
That was the year I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do in terms of like writing and authoring, penning books and stuff like that. So that was my focus. In 22, I slowly started sewing in the beginning of the year, and then we went to Otakon, but I didn't cosplay. Like, we were doing actually like a vacation in DC with my kid. Like, that's what we did.
And then and we went to Otakon, and
I didn't cosplay that year. In 23, I was still kind of like I was trying to sew clothes in 23. Like, I wanted to try to get back into sewing, but I was like kind of focusing on writing, but I also was, we knew at this point the plant my husband worked at was closing. We didn't know if he would find a job in town where we lived or we would have to move, and he was traveling a lot for work. So that nothing happened then. And then Otakon was coming up, and the creators of Macross were going to Otakon in 23, and I had to go because I love Macross. Macross is like my jam. So I was like, I need to see these people. And that's when I did the crazy thing and made a brand new Roncalli costume in 15 days. I worked on it like nonstop for 15 days. Like every day I had like a list. I had a post-it with everything I had to do and the order in which I had to do it. And I made that costume. And it was like the first costume I had made in years. And I did it flawlessly. I loved it. And then went to Otakon, wore another Macross outfit I had made years before. And then this year was kind of calm. I worked on Vaggie. I made I Hoshino because I judged at Animazement in North Carolina. I judged the Masquerade, which was great. Hadn't done something like that in a long time, and I was so grateful for the opportunity. And then the move insanity happened, and here we are. I'm in a new space. I'm actually streaming my progress now instead of just putting it on Instagram, which I'm highly enjoying. I do need to start like cutting some of the footage from the stream so I could put it on Instagram. But I've been enjoying this, and I will be going to Katsucon next year, and I'm excited. And I'll be bringing Niffty, that's for sure. Maybe Vaggie if I get her done, but I'm gonna be working on a fan art version of Jinx from Arcane that I want to bring with me to Katsucon. Like that's gonna be like the rest of December streams are gonna be focusing on making that Jinx outfit, and I'm so excited, so excited. Which was why I wound up buying wigs from Arda, because I needed some wigs, and I was like, this is a good place to buy the wigs, especially something for like Jinx. So I did that, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see what comes out of all of this. Okay, I have a shape of something. I think what I'm going to do is I need to kind of like shade out some of this gold into this red to see if I make it orangey. I think I'm gonna mix a little bit of orange, the red and the gold together to make a little orange and see how that works. I think I'm gonna use some of the regular red acrylic paint I have with the gold and see how that looks together. Hopefully something comes out of that. Thank you. I will have I'm sure I'll have a blast. One of my longtime friends is going to be at Katsucon, and I'm so excited to see him again. Um, he lives out in Vegas, so I don't get to see him often. I saw him January of this year. I saw him January of this year. I was going to try to see him when I was out in Vegas recently, but he was very busy. It was October, and that's like his busy season, so I didn't get to see him. But we've been chatting up a storm, and he'll be at Katsucon, so I'm so excited. else I have in my box of paints. Oh, this one's good. Yeah. Yay for friends indeed. I'm like kind of jelly because my husband is doing like a trip to Vegas with his friends next week. Man, I was like, I kind of want to go, but the child needs tending to, and originally I wasn't even supposed to be here today, so it's fine. Okay, I have like this weird like I want to say it's like a rose gold color. It's called Halo Pink Gold. It's very like watery. Like all my paints are very old. I really should go through some of them. Oh, I think that's what I'll do one of these days on stream. I think I'll do like a little like a cosplay vision board. Because I tend to like make vision boards for every year. And normally it's not just like I take pictures and do like a post-it and stuff like that. I actually like take a canvas and I paint a background. And sometimes it's abstract, sometimes it's not. Like one of the years I was like so into Made in Abyss that I basically made it look like a backdrop of the abyss. Last year it was like a very green colored one. I don't have it with me. I don't know where they are. They have to be in this room somewhere. I just don't remember where I put them. And then like I hang them up in the room. And I need to do my vision board. So maybe I will do that on stream. Paint the canvas of my vision board. I don't know what color theme I want for this year. Last year, like I said, I did greens because for 2 years I did like purple and pinks and very, cooler tone, like very purple, pink, red based tones. Red and black. Oh yeah. We'll make it very Hazbin. Maybe, maybe I'll just take like inspiration from something. I don't know. So I think that would be fun because I enjoy doing them, and normally it's funny because like I'll just put them on and I'll just put on like some anime in the background or some show I've watched or that isn't English, so I don't have to worry about missing out on it, or I just play music and I just vibe. I like look at what paints I have on hand and I'm like, you know what? Whatever I have on hand will be what I make for it. So oh wow, it's reading orange on the camera. Not so orange in life, but it's reading more orange on camera. That's interesting. I definitely know for 2025 I want to fix this room and set it up more like my ideal crafting space. Currently it's good, but it's not to the optimal flow I would like. I would like my whole PC rig more in the corner of the room and have this table like in the center so I can go around it at all times and never move it, because currently I basically take the table, move it close to my PC, and then bring it back when the time's up. So I really just want to like kind of set up the room in a way that I don't ever have to move the table. I also want to get rid of the dots that are on the wall. The previous owners, they had
children, and I guess this was like the children's like playroom. So they had a couch in here. They had a computer, a TV, and it was very, a very cutesy room. And like they had, I think the words, there's nails in the wall because I think they had the word play on the wall in like big blocky letters, but they took those, thank God. They were very word happy people. So anything with like letter, like any wall decor that has letters or words, they have it. They had it everywhere. So, um, in the laundry room, they have letters that say, what is it? Laundry. The pantry has a frame with the word pantry on top of it. Things like that. It's just a little obnoxious. I don't mind polka dots in my clothing depending how they are. Like if they're not like large polka dots, I'm okay with it. But like these giant colored dots, and I think they're like vinyl dots, so like that's the other worst part about it. Like I started taking some of them off and they literally just peeled the paint underneath it. So if I had no intentions on painting, I kind of am forced to. Thankfully I was going to paint anyway, so it's not so bad. But if I didn't want to paint, I'm kind of like forced to because it literally pulls the paint off as you take off the vinyl dot. And that drives me nuts. Like one of the funny ones is they had no, I have nothing against people who are religious. I think that's a beautiful thing. However, they had a psalm written, like they got like it was clearly like vinyl lettering. It's a psalm that was right next to the shower. Oh, that sucks. That's terrible. You had to sand the whole thing. Yikes. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen here. I think I just need to put I'm gonna test it and put primer and see what happens. If I need to sand, then thankfully it's just this back wall. The other three walls in the room have no dots, so that's good, but it's just literally this wall here. So I don't have to go too crazy. But yeah, they had a psalm in the bathroom and I was like, okay. Um, very interesting thing to have in right next to your shower when you take a shower. Yeah, thankfully it is one wall. None of the other walls in the house have like a treatment like this, thankfully. I will say though, unfortunately, all my ceilings are textured. Not something I love, but you know what? I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna stress about it. Because I could try to get rid of the texturizing on the wall on the ceiling, but you know what? I'm not gonna bother. It's okay. Okay, we got a nice peachy-ish color in here. The very peachy color. It's a little more red and pinkish than this, so. Yeah, thankfully it's one wall. The whole walls, I would have lost my mind. Sorry you had to go through all that. That is wild. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Okay, so we're gonna try to gradient into this slowly but surely. I think I'm gonna do very light, simple strokes. I'm not gonna try to go too heavy-handed with this. I'm putting paint. I'm like feeling the brush and putting paint all over my fingers. True artist here.
Yeah. I was really no, it's actually funny because they had the psalm next to the shower. And I even forgot what it said. In the water closet where the toilet is, it says they have it's a wall art and it says today is a good day to have a good day. And I'm like, why? Like, today's a good day to have a good day. Like I can't even. This whole house has been like a very an interesting case of like insanity, like of wildness. Like my husband and I were like, we don't even know what's going on. We don't even. So I'm gonna add a little white to this just to give it a little more brightness. Actually, I'll put the white next to it. If I need some white, I will mix it as I need. That's not what I wanted to move. Not you. Not you. Not you. What's the tried can? Oh, social stuff. I know I have it somewhere. As I'm moving my social stuff because it's in the way of the painting. Full. I'm like trying to find these things. Have a good day. Thank you for joining. It was nice talking to you. Hope kiddo had a good day at school. And that works. I have dimension. And I have some white on this side that I can even add more to make it brighter. Sometimes you gotta make things work with what you have. For a moment there, I was like, I don't have any yellow paint. How am I gonna do this? Well, I clearly have a ton of gold. Because if you're a cosplayer and you don't have gold paint, I don't know what you're doing with your life. I think like there's like more gold shades of gold in like anime than anything else, and video games even worse. So might not be a yellow eye, but it's yellow-ish in hint and tone. So here we go. We've gotten somewhere. I don't even know what time it is. Oh, it's only 1:30. Thank God. I have time. No, I'll add more yellow on top of that in a minute. The Gusso is still trying on these things. I hate how long it takes.
it's like I keep saying, between prep time and finishing, you will spend most of your time doing that in cosplay. Finishing something, prepping something, actually putting things together side by side, that's the easy one. That's something you can do relatively quickly. Everything else is like, nope, it's gonna take 10 years. This is a brighter gold. This is metallic gold. The other one I was using was bright gold. Metallic gold tends to be more my go-to yellow gold because it's just more, it has more of a yellow tone to it than the bright gold. Bright gold's good, but it's not as yellow. And the bright gold tends to be, the metallic gold tends to be more, in terms of like hues and saturation, similar to what you see in like reference arts. So it's like my fave. That's gonna be black anyway in the center, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much. As I hold it up to my face, I'm gonna get paint all over my face, but I gotta do this to make sure we can still see. Okay. Gotta kind of brush some of this in. I'm trying to find a spot that isn't covered in red paint right now. Honestly, as I'm doing this, I realize I could be using my airbrush, but I don't have enough colors. Like my airbrush, I have very limited amount of colors. I need to get some more airbrush colors. I have certain airbrush colors for certain projects I've worked on, but I don't have basic colors. Like I should have more basic colors, but I don't. I'm trying to thin it out in some spots to make it better. So far, we have an eye. We have an eye. Yeah, as you see, you still can see very, very lightly some of the gusso marks. I think it's actually pretty dry. I probably can add more gusso to it now. I think I'm gonna take a paintbrush this time and add some on top. Yeah, I'm using like Liquitex because it's what I have on hand. Again, a lot of it's like, what do I have available right now? That's what we're going to be using because we have to use up my supplies. No reason to buy new supplies when you have supplies that are reasonably okay. Put this guy to the side. Okay. Let me do the thing that I should be doing to make sure it doesn't go everywhere. Close the bottles. Because more times than I want to admit, I have had accidents and things spill everywhere. That's gross. Yeah, it's dried up paint from years of disuse. So again, I'm gonna have to start re-establishing my supplies if I'm gonna continue doing this with any consistency, which I'm hoping to. I don't want to stop cosplaying again. Like stopping the cosplay the first time I did it. I did it more because I was mentally drained from 2020. So I enjoyed going to Amazement this past year. I enjoyed Otakon last year. I would have gone to Otakon this year if we weren't in moving hell at the time. And I'm pretty sure I will enjoy the local Tennessee scene. So I'm very curious how that's gonna work out. So that's why part of me is like, maybe I should just work on Niffty and try to get her done in time. Because wearing cosplay is always something that attracts new people and friends. Although a lot of people get nervous around me. I'm older. I'm not trying to do anything. I just want to talk to people about fandoms. The end. It's kind of funny because I keep getting all these subreddits on my Reddit account that keep dealing with what I'm watching on Netflix. So again, I'm doing a rewatch of like the latter seasons of Gilmore Girls because I will be honest, I've probably watched Rory's Years in Chilton more than I want to remember because they would always repeat that on TV. So that's something that I've watched more times than I care to admit. And I didn't get to see her Yale years as much, so I've been watching that. So I keep getting subreddits talking about Gilmore Girls, and I was watching Voltron before it gets removed, I think Friday. Yeah, Friday, because tomorrow's the 5th. So it gets removed on Friday. Which I still don't understand. I'm pretty sure DreamWorks just wanted to take it out of rotation, but at the same time, it's like it was part of a Netflix exclusive. How are we going to like be able to watch it now? So that's a few crazy things that have happened. I keep getting subreddits of Voltron and people talking about Voltron and all these other crazy things that I'm just like, okay, I don't even know what to say. So it's interesting how the internet just knows what you're doing half the time. And it's wild and crazy. So, oh, that's what I was going to check out. I wanted to see if my dress form has arrived. Let's see. Did I get another package? I got like a whole bunch of packages a little while ago. It's here. Meanwhile, my other neighbor is getting pest control. My dress form is here. I am going to run downstairs and get it. Oh, this is exciting. Be right back. Also, too, I think I'm going to wash my hands a little. It's massacre. It's funny because this side's fine. With the exception of like where I hold the brush. This hand is like, hi. No, I did not massacre a small animal. I'm painting. I'm gonna go grab my dress form. Be right back. she's here.
I also put on a sweater that I don't have to worry about if it gets paint on it. I realized earlier it was probably a good idea I got hot and took off my little sweater because it's a sweater and I don't want to get ink all over it or paint over it. So again, Black Friday shopping, I decided to like do all the things for like streaming equipment, sewing equipment, all that fun stuff. So I found a dress form that better fits my body. This current form I have, I'm probably just going to keep it. I'll probably just keep it around. I'm not going to get rid of it. I think it's a good one to still have. I forgot how to put that on. Where are the legs? Where are the legs? I need the feet. So yeah, let's see. I'm so excited because I can put this on I can put my Niffty dress on here, and it'll fit better. It's not a super fancy one or anything like that. It's a very simple one. It's the Dritz. What is it? It's the Dritz. Oh, here it is. On the other side. My body double. Got it in size small. Put the max out to like because the medium is too big. This is just at the right dimensions for me. If I happen to gain more weight, I would have to pad it, but I'd rather be able to pad it than making something that's too big for my body. That's the issue when you get dress forms. You want to make sure it's something that's as close to your measurements as possible, and if the next size is too big, size down, pad up, because you can't chop off pieces of the dress form. Like there's small little bits that I'm trying to reach. Of course, the instructions are in here. I'm gonna go on the floor and mold. Put the cat in a box for a moment. Let's see. I have to wait for things to dry anyway, so I might as well do this. Make my life a lot easier. Assembling your dress form. Slide foot A into base B. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Apparently these can get really fancy. You can add wheels to them. I mean, I knew that because I've seen them in like Project Runway and stuff, but this one does not have wheels. But I can add my own wheel, maybe. I don't know. Okay. Well, it does have little... It has the little tips for the end of them, which is good. Because you don't want it scratching up your floor or anything like that. do it. I might wind up putting duct tape on them because that's what I did on current dress form because they do have a tendency to crack and break. They're just hard plastic. Now if I had a 3D printer, I can print the caps. I'm pretty sure someone out there has a file for it because it's nothing that fantastic. It's literally like a plastic. Oh wait, no, this is. I wonder if I did this all wrong. Okay. There we go. I haven't done this in so long. Like honestly, like I haven't set up an actual dress form in ages because normally my dress forms are already. I've owned a dress form for so long. I just put it through. At one point, I had 2 dress forms. I don't remember what happened to my other dress form. It was too big for me. I remember. I didn't keep it because it was way too big for me. So yeah, it didn't work out for me. So. If I remember correctly, this is the same dress form Hisako had. Okay. Strong enough? Probably not. Lies about it. Like, I'm not strong enough. Here we go. I got it. Okay, this is, let's say, okay. Okay, extend assembly. Loosen clamp D. Extend pull. Okay. Oh, okay. Now this just goes in between the clamps, so you put it at the height you want it, and you just kind of have it there. This is for the it's to hem it, so that might be a little too high for me. Okay. This one goes in here. That's where you want the dress to sit. What's cool about this one is it actually has a second peg that I can move it over to the side. So if I wanted to like try pants on, I just move it over. She is way high up. But I kind of like this because I can pick it up. That's nice. I don't even think my current one goes this high. Because now I can sit here and actually like look at it and like get a better feel for it. Ooh, I'm liking this a lot. Okay, this. Wow, I actually see this. Yeah, a lot of my dress forms have been secondhand, so I haven't had a very good understanding of how to use them because I don't have the instructions, and in terms of not necessarily using them, but like how to hook up all the parts. So I've always had the hem gauge. I just didn't know how it actually got on there because my current one was already on there. Literally, it showed up just like this in my house. Usako bought it for me in the New York Garment District, and she literally got on the subway with it like that in no box. I'm trying to do some measurements. Oh, and I can adjust the body size and the back length. Oh, that's cool. I could actually make this a shorter torso. How do I do that? With the back? How do I do that? It says loosen Y. Oh, cool. Is this, are these? Oh, these are that? Holy cow. Awesome. I have to get my back measurement. I'll do that later. Right now I can do this one. I'm pretty sure I know my bust size, but I'm just gonna just double check anyway. Okay. My bust. My waist. This one I can do skin on skin, so. Okay. And this is, my hips are about 10 inches different from my bust. Okay. So. This is going to be fun because I literally am just going to be opening it as much as max because I think that's how the measurements were. It was like I think like the ones that are really cool are the ditto forms. They basically make it exactly to your, like they essentially just scan your body. And it is a whole body scan. And they carve they carve it out of like it's something like that, and they're expensive because they're doing a whole body scan and literally it's like a custom piece that they've customized to your measurements, but it does your height exactly, like your torso length is exactly your torso length. There is no like concern about that. It is exactly where your torso would be. Icky. Like I know I need to lower the torso a little bit because I think it needs to go out a little bit more on my hips. Okay. I need like an extra inch on each side. Yeah, I think the only thing I'm concerned about in this is the waist measurement a little bit because I think it's like max where I need it to be type of thing. So okay. I wish. That's not my waist. My waist is much bigger than that. Let's just open. Open, open, open. And then I'll lower the torso of this. This is just like, as I'm waiting for things to dry. I need to, I think the black one, I might just paint it in with a Sharpie. Like, make it small and like build and build and build the line before I commit to the line. Or I might just draw it in pencil and then see if I like it that way. Why are you not? This one is not. Aha. I desperately need to get my nails done. My nails hurt. I haven't done them since last month. I'm a trooper when it comes to my nails. I tend to keep them pretty bare bones for as long as I possibly can. The one thing I don't like about this, and I'm probably gonna get it eventually, is I have a cover on this dress form, and I like the cover because like once you start opening it, you have these giant gaps. And what you could do is like just kind of like take once you have the cover, it like makes it smoother and it's easier to actually manipulate and use it. So I'm probably gonna buy a cover for it so I don't have to worry about having the gaps. Okay. The back is completely closed, that's why. Once I start opening the back, it will be more my size. Back one is really hard to open though. Why are you being so difficult, buddy? Not working there. I'm using a scissor to help me turn the wheel here. I'm having a very hard time spinning the wheel with my fingers. I think I got it now. Because I found this dress form because I saw that in Joann's for Black Friday they had some of the dress forms on sale, and I was like, oh, that's cool, I want a dress form. And then I actually went online and I googled the same exact model, and there was a place that was selling them for less, so I was like, oh, we're buying it from there, which was cool because I got a pretty good price on my dress form. And I don't feel guilty now. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy, I'm definitely gonna need to get a cover for it. So gappy. So open gapped right now. Also too, it protects the dress form. So it doesn't make it like, in case anything spills or something. Amazing how it like manipulates a shape really easily. And it looks very different than what it did before when it was all closed, so I'm gonna start opening the bust though. Like the bust needs to open up too. Yeah, this is actually more toward my body shape, and like when I look at patterns, like this is like the standard pattern size I use. So kind of cool that way. That's crazy. I literally forgot the measurement here. Oops. Also, it's very hard for me to get a very accurate measurement because I have all these layers on. And I really don't want to take my sweater off. I'm cold already. This is a little too big for me right now. Yep. Has to be smaller than this. So let's bring it in. Like it. Let's see down here. Let's see how this one is. I have to shorten the torso on this because this torso is way too big. I think that might be a little too big for me, actually. Go in. I want to make it smaller. Kind of funny because it's like I only have to take it in a little bit on the top, open it a little bit on the top, kind of midway on the waist, and then like in the hips, I just have to go way out. That's how I look shaped. I'm a pear. I am a pear. I'm a pear, so. Actually, yeah, that's a good size. I don't know. I made it too small now. Let's open it up again. I think I have to go, there's a line. Like, they have markings on here so you can see like how much to open up to make sure you're doing it equal on all sides. So voila. Now it's too big, I think. Yeah, now it's too big. Way too big. Alright, we're going in the middle of that symbol. Actually, you know what? This is how we're going to do it. Actually, let's try to do it this way. The fun of this, honestly. Yep, that's how I do it. Okay, so in the bottom, no, that's not where it's supposed to go. Where is it? Let's see. It is. Okay. Adjust the back length. Loosen screw Y. Okay. If I remember correctly, my back length is really short. Yep, this is it. Awesome. This is more me. I just have to do the neck. Actually, I have to adjust the neck measurement. I have to go get a screwdriver. Actually, I don't need to adjust the neck measurement. My neck is the size of this, so. As you can see, she went on very easily. Okay. Let's flip-flop and see how the dress looks on an actual form that it fits. I'm still in the camp of, I don't know if I want to make a petticoat for this or just wear this one. I think I'll just wear the black one. I don't have to worry about getting a new petticoat or anything. Well, there is one big difference. This doesn't have boobs. I have boobs. So I have to put my bra on it. But, as you can see, it fits here so much better. So we're gonna give her some boobage. I also think I might give her some more shoulders. I feel like the shoulders here are not enough. But we shall see. These are like the inserts for like a sports bra. And I was like, wait, these are gonna be perfect to use to help fill out my mannequin a little bit. Because I have boobs. My mannequin does not, so. As you see, I have like felt here that I use, and it helps create a curve that exists on my body that the mannequin does not have currently. So, see, she's got something now. This side is full, this side is still sad. How many layers are in here? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. So let's add more layering. I might need to adjust it now because obviously the padding is going to add more inches to this, so I might have to reduce it, which is fine. So I just measure and reduce. Because this is technically more my bra strap than my bust line, so
this is why I want to get a cover, because it'll make it so much smoother when I make things. That wasn't smart. My finger got caught in there. Okay. Let's see now how she looks. And I'm pretty sure once I put the dress on, it's gonna look better because it actually has curve in the boobs now, as opposed to how flat it was, because that was kind of sad and flat. Because I really don't have much of a back. I have a very narrow back and very narrow shoulders, so still too smooth, too big. Thing is, like, I know this fits my body, so it's like I'm kind of manipulating the dress form to fit the dress because the dress fits me, even though the dress form is being a pain in the butt. Aha! See? She's filled out now. That's how she's supposed to look. Not the way she was looking. She was looking kind of sad there. Yeah, that's the silhouette. This is not on my actual waistline. It's on my lower waist. My actual waist is up here, but I lowered it down a little just to give it a longer torso. Yeah, I might add some padding in the waist, I feel.
technical difficulties. I realized the varnish dropped, so the back length was still too long. And now my dress got stuck on the bottom, so. Okay. Everything in my house is full of static. There's not enough moisture in the air in this house, so clearly we have to do something about that. I'm gonna have to start putting more humidifiers in the house because everything has so much static. Yeah, what happened was I took the mannequin, flipped it upside down, pushed it to close the extended waist, and shortened the torso on it quite a bit. So it's more like my torso, which is tiny and short. So I have a short torso. Build out these things better. Yep. That's fitting it a lot more like it should look like. Again, I have extended the waistline on this. It's not to my true waistline, just because I didn't do it that way. I kept it a little high. I kept it a little lower than what I normally would wear. So she's looking cute. It actually fits her properly. Where's my handkerchief? Voila, she's there. And there we go. Oh my god, it looks so much prettier on a dress form that it fits properly. Goodness me. Well then, let's see. I think all right. So currently, I am going to have to. I added some yellow, some gold around it to make it a little more orange. Let's flip it around. I'm just like happy my dress form looks good. Okay, so we have this. What is going to happen is I'm gonna basically kind of like put it in here. This is not gonna, it's not gonna be as thick as this. It's gonna be shorter. Or I could just simply slide her in here like this. I like having this look. Just at least to give it a little bit more of an eye dimension. So I just need to cut out this part like this. So I think I'm gonna actually
because I have it here. Let me grab my marker and mark where I need to cut this. Like I said, I'll do this off stream. I'm going to essentially use my soldering iron so I can melt into the plastic. That's why I have to do it outside, because I can't do it in here with zero ventilation. That's a cosplay no-no. You want to make sure you always are ventilated. So yeah. Oh, essentially it's gonna be an eye shape. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. It would make sense. That would be an eye shape. So I need to basically do an eye shape. I'll probably make it a little bit bigger than what these lines are, and then adjust the fit as need. I'm gonna put some gesso on the backs of these and maybe start penciling out what I want the iris to look like, the black one, because it's supposed to have like a little peak and everything. So I was thinking it can probably be, it's almost as big as the yellow. So basically it would be something like that. Okay. It's a very hard line to see, but it's, so I'll probably use some black Sharpie for that and just kind of like build in. And after I gesso these guys up, I might just like mess with the paint a little bit more to like smooth out the lines. But realistically, I think it's painted. We're good. I don't think I need to add more to this except the black, and I can still see very well through it. So it's still pretty transparent that I can see through, so I'm happy about that. Let's get the gesso on the backs of these. I should move my dress further away from me now that I think about it. I don't need to put paint all over my dress. That was comical in itself. Highly comical. Yeah, I gotta add this little peg thing to it. It's supposed to finish it, so I'll do that later. Voila. I need more gesso. Oh, it has some red in it. Oh no, I have to be careful. It doesn't matter. I'm going to be painting this black anyway, so it's not the end of the world. Why is there a big chunk on this thing? That's weird. Again, I probably should reevaluate my supplies. My supplies are kind of old. But hey, if they're going to work, they're going to work, so... probably going to, once I gusso these, I think I might just actually see, I don't think I have a can of Plasti Dip in my house currently, but I think I'm gonna get one and make some Plasti Dip, spray paint them, and because that way, you know, they have a nice, they'll have a resilient coat and they won't break or anything like that, because this is something I want to make sure is very solid, not gonna go anywhere. I am considering rigging magnets to this. Like take magnets, like straps of some like foam or something and put them over here and then hide in my bangs the magnets and like just have it in my wig and like slide it in and have it that way. I think that's what might be happening, but we shall see. So that is it. I think let's start doing a little bit of the black before I call it a day. I actually got a little bit more done than I thought I was, which is always good. I think I'm gonna take a lot of the hand sewing and just do that while I'm sitting at home daydreaming. Daydreaming of, I don't know, something. I suddenly realize I'm hungry. That shouldn't surprise anyone. I always am like, ah, no thought at all. I'm gonna be concentrating so hard right now. So if silence befalls the stream and all you hear are the cozy sounds of chill hop, it's because I'm doing this. I'm like, there's something on here, and I'm like, why? Why is there something on here? Of course I put permanent marker on my finger because that's what we do here. Go off chaos and vibes. Should I just get black paint to do this? Maybe. I don't have black paint. I have a Sharpie and I have it in my hand. And if I truly despise this, I can always do it again. But currently, I do not truly despise this, so. Although I might just need to get black paint to make it very thick and like very prominent. But at least if I can at least get a base of black Sharpie on here, it might work out. I probably should have used marker now that I'm thinking about it. Marker might have been easier. Might have been. I don't know, to be quite honest. I can't tell you if it would have been better or not. Ooh, I think this Sharpie might have actual ink in it.
Okay, that I can fix with the outward stuff. So like I say, we go off of chaos and vibes. Oh my gosh! It's an oh my god! I'm so pleased. I'm actually gonna put this on Instagram. I have an eye. Come on, why are you not taking the picture? That's so weird. Okay, there it is. Totally just put it on Instagram. Oh my god, I have an eye. I am so concentrated on looking at the black that I'm painting that I didn't look at it. I was so hyper focused in here and like the black and the lines that I didn't look back. And then I looked on the screen and it's an eye. I'm so excited. There's an eye on my table. That sounds so disturbing. Okay, yeah, I definitely need to get some black paint. However, I have an eye. Look at that. It's an eye. And then if I take the thing and I put it in here, it's gonna look even more like an eye. It's gonna be so cool. I'm so hyped. I might have to like extend the red a little bit more, but I won't know until I cut out the plastic. So that will be another day. But we have an eye. That's so exciting. I have a dress, which you can't see in this frame. I have a dress and an almost apron. I have to finish the apron. I'm going to be doing that hopefully soon. I have considered redoing the bottom. If I do that, I'm doing it off stream. But I have a dress. I have that. I have a wig that I still need to finish styling, but she's almost done. I am really optimistic I'm going to be finishing her between this week, like by next Wednesday she should be done, which would be fantabulous because then I get to work on Jinx. And I'm excited about working on Jinx. I still haven't gotten my fabric swatches. The mail said I was supposed to have gotten them. I got an email asking me if I liked my swatches. I was like, where? They're not here. What are you talking about? So hopefully I have those. And if I do, I'll show them on Friday because that'll be fun. Yeah. And we'll see. Maybe I might just continue pounding out Niffty and see if I could wear her to the convention on Saturday. That might be fun. Be a murderous little housewife. I'm good with that. Anywho, I'm signing off. The witching hour is nearing. But I'm kind of spent. I'm kind of tired. Because I'm tired. It's too cold for me. My body doesn't deal well with the cold. And like I'm like in a sweatsuit. I'm in a sweatsuit. I'm living my, 1980s housewife life in a sweatsuit. I just need the big hair, crimped hair, and like blue eyeshadow, but we're not there yet. So I am heading off. It's been lovely having you all here today. If you, yeah, I believe the Discord is in the stats of the chat. If you're interested, join the Discord. Have a lovely Wednesday. Hope the rest of your week is doing well. I will be back tomorrow night doing Baldur's Gate streaming because Baldur's Gate's fun. I don't know if I'll be with Usako or I'm solo. If I'm solo, I'll be doing my Dark Urge run because evil is good. And evil is good. And on Friday, I will be back with more Niffty. Hopefully, almost finishing Niffty. That would be awesome. But hope you all have a lovely day. Take care. Bye bye.